If there was one song most K-pop fans would say was their first, it was Gangnam Style, a song that blindsided the whole world, made by a solo artist no one has heard of, PSY. Probably the most fun and craziest performer you've ever seen, who went on to do interesting collabs, new music, break records, and what else? Today we're going to learn about the history of PSY, the creation of the biggest hit in K-pop, and where he is now. But before looking forward, I always like to look back. And before we get started, let's hear a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid is a mobile RPG game done right. I'm sure you already heard, but did you know Raid was just nominated as a finalist for Google Play's Best of 2019 User Choice Award? Raid blew up this year with almost 15 million downloads in only the last 6 months. So what is Raid? Well, it's only the most epic turn-based game with over 400 different champions for you to collect and customize. With so much to do, like a full voice story campaign, assemble a team from 16 heroic factions, raid with your friends in a clan, or test yourself in the PvP arena, just to name a few. And the absolute best part, is completely free. Honestly, I'm a fan of RPGs and I love the attention to detail and the tons of choices you can make in this game. There's also extra features like multi-battle auto mode, battles run on auto mode while you go and do something else. Spend less time grinding and more time building your team and playing big battles. Plus weekly tournaments and events. Fight in the arena, run through special dungeons, or simply level up your heroes. There are tons of ways to compete and win extra prizes every week. Not enough? Okay, how about this? Raid published a roadmap teasing huge updates for the game over the next 6 months. You can even play with me. Find me in the game under the name internetnathan. So what are you waiting for? Go to the video description, click on the special links, and you will get 50,000 silver and a free epic champion as a part of the new player program to start your journey. Good luck, and I'll see you out there. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. PSY, or Park Jae-sung, was born in the Gangnam district of Seoul, South Korea, to an executive chairman father and a multi-restaurant owner mother. You could definitely say PSY was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. If you're this far along, remember, hit that subscribe to join the wave and to never miss a new video. Also, click that bell. In school, PSY was known as the class clown. Interrupting class frequently, he just naturally had this ability about him that had everyone drawn to him. He then, in preparations of taking over his father's position at the company, PSY went to study abroad in the US at Boston University. As expected, he wasn't a great student. In fact, he completely didn't go to class and spent most of his money creating his own home studio. Over only one summer semester, PSY dropped out, instead enrolling into Berklee College of Music. And he didn't last there either, only learning the basics, then he dropped out again, finally returning to Korea to start his career as a singer. PSY was able to get his first chance by being on a TV show in 2000 where he showcased his weirdness to the audience. From that appearance, he caught the eye of one producer, which led him to join a label and make his debut album. Bird was his first ever title track. It was hip-hop with a bit of rap. It made PSY known for having controversial and sexually suggestive lyrics. Biatch. No doubt. But he was simply more open-minded and didn't hold back his opinion. That, along with his unique personality and dance moves, granted him the name Bizarre Singer by the Korean public. I mean, Korea hasn't seen anyone like him before on the stage. With the release of his next album, Sa 2, PSY's music was said not to be suitable for teens and kids to listen to. From then, he was boxed into being a bit of a shock factor artist. But one song that helped his image was Champion, coming out perfectly when South Korea and Japan held the 2002 FIFA World Cup, causing PSY to win awards with this song and become a rising star in Korean music. In 2003, it was time for PSY and almost all Korean men at his age to complete the mandatory military service. But PSY seemed like he would skip it. One can be exempted from the military if they have technical expertise that can be beneficial to the country, to which surprisingly, he did have that expertise and that job at a software agency. Moving on, he released new music, performed at concerts, and won more awards, this time at Mama 2006. After a fantastic year, that military exemption would come back to haunt him. Allegedly, PSY's uncle helped him get a job in a software company where he didn't actually work at, instead continuing his music career and never actually working at that company. After an investigation, PSY did have to serve in the military in 2007. After 2 years, he did return, but it wasn't easy. With his image stained and falling hard on financial times, PSY couldn't fund any new music, so PSY basically was a free agent. Then his wife encouraged him to ask his old friend, who was the head of YG Entertainment, Yang Han-suk, to join his label, which is exactly how it went. Right. Right Now was Psy's triumphant comeback song, and you can tell YG Entertainment really made this special. I remember seeing Right Now for the first time, and after seeing Gangnam Style blow up and watching Right Now, it was like so energetic and it just made you so pumped for some reason. Psy became a part of the YG family by joining bigbang and 21 in YG Family Concert in Japan. Okay, look, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. 2012 was an explosive year for Psy, and you might know the reason why. Gangnam Style. I mean, it's the most popular thing since sliced bread. Why is that a saying? Like sliced... Anyways, so I can't play it because of copyright, but I'm sure you all heard it by now. Through powers beyond this world, Gangnam Style began its acceleration to become the biggest song of the year, not only for K-pop, but music. Psy was an overnight superstar. Gangnam Style was the most viewed video on YouTube at the time, and Psy went on to be loved by celebrities, presidents.
No. This is not the reason why I'm here. Let's dance, everybody. Come on.
And everyday people like me. I saw him live with a friend at a mall here in Florida. I have no idea why he was here, but that was technically my first ever K-pop concert, and I loved it.
The guy that's going to be at the White House with Barack Obama, right? Big shot. The most viewed video on YouTube right now. His name is Psy. Let's get ready to do that Gangnam Style right now, man.
Psy did something no other K-pop act has done. Won American awards, topped worldwide charts, brought K-pop to the mainstream for the first time, and was one of the first times music had an Asian artist that was beloved by people, even if they didn't know what he was saying.
The first time you heard that your song was on the Billboard charts, where were you? What were you thinking? What went through your mind?
You know, it's Billboard, and you know, the name itself is too big, yeah. And you know, there was a certain barrier, you know, to the Asian artists, honestly. And you know, I never assumed, or I never expected, or I never dreamed about to being on Billboard, never.
But what people knew Psy for in Korea before Gangnam Style was his outrageous stage presence and energy. And he brought that back to the country with this new smash hit. He is a natural-born entertainer, from that class clown to putting on shows for the world. And in 2013, the whole earth was watching for Psy's next release, and he was hoping lightning would strike twice with the Gentleman. Psy brought back that kookiness again, kind of like Gangnam Style, but what I like is that he brings in different celebrities. Like, you know, HyunA was in Gangnam Style, Yoo Jae-suk, Haha, and Gain, and other celebrities were in Gentleman. While it was nearly impossible for Gentleman to even reach the same success of Gangnam Style, to say Psy was a one-hit wonder isn't really true. Gangnam Style, along with his later releases Hangover with Snoop Dogg, Daddy with CL, now Palbaji, I Love It, and his latest release New Face, Psy just rode the wave he started with Gangnam Style, making all these releases after hits. But because they didn't dominate the world like Gangnam Style did, people think he fell off the face of the earth. But what did happen to him? Well, in May of this year, Psy left YG Entertainment after being with them for over 8 years. From the outrageous success of Gangnam Style, I'm sure Psy had a little bit of spare cash. And so he wanted to focus on something new, his own label. Psy quickly set up P Nation, a new agency that signed talented artists who needed a fresh start, like the rapper Jessi, who had trouble with her previous agency, HyunA and Dawn, who were kicked out of Cube Entertainment for announcing they were in a relationship, and recently Crush, who is a Korean R&B singer who is doing pretty well for himself, but probably wanted a new change. Everyone seems so happy working with him. If you see the releases from these artists, you can tell he let them have creative freedom.
You know, when my contract ended with my with YMC, I was like literally like not even trying to look for companies. I didn't even want to let people, that I was being really discreet about it. People found out about it and they were reaching out to me. I was talking to people little by little, but then there's this one company that just really just, man, this is...
All right, who's the company? Say it right now.
Gangnam Style, Psy.
Psy.
His label is called P Nation, okay? He's so humble and like, he's not trying, he told me, yo, Jess, go do your thing in America. For him to think of me like that, like I was like, damn, that's like so nice of him, you know. Like he's actually thinking of me in my body. He's like, yo, do all the playing, do everything that you want, do all the shopping that you want.
And believe it or not, that's kind of something refreshing in K-pop. K-pop agencies kind of rule with an iron fist, and to see P Nation have freedom for their artists, it's honestly heartwarming. It's something that didn't change, as he was the exact same way back when he started almost 20 years ago. And trust me when I say, P Nation is the future of Psy. Will he release new music? I believe so. Either way, P Nation and Psy are definitely something to keep your eye on. That's it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a like, hit that subscribe button and that bell so you don't miss a new What Happened video, and to join the wave. Also want to give a huge thanks to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring today's video, cause it is probably copyrighted. It is Psy after all, and it is YG Entertainment, so yeah. But thanks to Raid Shadow Legends, I get to do this video that I've been wanting to do, because Psy's story is very interesting and is still kind of influencing K-pop in a way. And he is a very influential person in Korean music, in K-pop. And I just wanted to shine the light on him more than just a one-hit wonder as some people believe he is. And I also want to give a big shout out to my people on Patreon for making these videos possible as well. If you also want to join on Patreon, click the link up here and consider supporting as little as $2 a month. That's it, and you can keep this channel going and keep me going. I'm like a car, but my fuel is Taco Bell. Who am I kidding? I eat more than $2 worth of Taco Bell, but hey, it adds up. And if you want to check out more of my videos and more of the What Happened series, click one of these videos over here. What happened to ailee and what happened to X1 and izone. That one's still ongoing, and the decision is going to be made by the end of 2019. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving. I know I didn't upload last week because, hey, I wanted a break, and I'm on cruise control till the New Year's. You know, it's holiday season, we're eating a lot, being lazy, so I'm back on track, and I hope you guys had a fantastic one, and I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend as well, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Annyeong.